Well, so let's bring you up to speed with the latest news headlines, and we start with the subject of technology. And only 4 out of 27 community ICT centers set up in rural communities in the Ashanti region are currently functional. The facilities were established way back in 2006 by the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication to bridge the rural-urban communication gap. District assemblies, which are responsible for their maintenance, have, however, left them to rot. Nana Yaujima now reports.
ICT centers at Nkarie, Bekwai, Kodie and Nkwantakese are fully in operation. The rest have been abandoned by district assemblies, which have oversight responsibilities. Broken louver blades on the community ICT project at Namon in the Offenso South municipality have been replaced with plastic materials. The building is fast deteriorating as damp forms both at the top and the base of the building. All computers in the facility are dysfunctional. Residents say the ICT officer who used the facility as his residence vacated the premises weeks ago. At the center at Kwaman in the Seche Central District, most computers are alleged to have been stolen despite the facility being under lock and key. All doors, windows and the burglar-proof structures are intact. Communications Minister Esla Owusu Ekufu is unhappy about the level of neglect and deterioration.
The air conditioners don't work, servers don't work, computers have become e-waste. But let me just sound a note of caution to all the communities in which these structures are. The Ministry of Communications and GIFEC will build the facilities. We will equip it. It is the duty of the assemblies to also maintain it. We gave it to several of them to maintain. Many of them are in this.
She indicates the ministry will consider handling the facilities to NGOs and other partners for proper management. She also spells out government's ICT agenda.
And I think this is where it ends. And for the government agencies that have forcibly occupied the community information centers because they think we have no use for them, let me inform them that we are taking over all those properties, renovating it and opening it up for use to train our children in IT skills, which our children need it, our young people need it. And so the government will find the resources to renovate it. The assemblies have proven that they cannot maintain it. So we'll look for partnership to see how we can maintain it and going forward so that it will be continually in use.
Meanwhile, 2 new separate centers have been opened at Kwaman Presbyterian Secondary Technical School and in Sutaman Senior High School.
Let's stay in the... Still in the Ashanti region, the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital has recorded a significant drop in neonatal and maternal mortality cases from 294 in the first half of 2017 to 208 in the same year, or the same period this year. Well, the Children's Hospital, or the chief executive of the hospital, Dr. Ohiniba Owusudan, so attributes the progress to the new mother and baby unit built with the support of the multimedia group and the First Lady, Rebecca Ekufu-Addo. Now, Ohiminteria has more on the story.
A JoyNews special assignment documentary by Seth Kwame Boateng highlighted the needless deaths of mothers and babies at the hospital, mainly due to congestion. It prompted action by stakeholders to construct the ultramodern mother and baby facility, which houses the maternity, neonatal and pediatric intensive care units. The new MBU, named after the late Asante Hima, Nana Efiakobi Sewa Ampim II, became operational in March this year. Hospital authorities say the center is making positive impact in the delivery of maternal and antenatal services, as echoes by the Chief Executive, Dr. Ohiniba Owusudan.
Our new mother and baby unit became fully operational in April. Executed by the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Ekufu-Addo, through the initiation of the multimedia group and the support of His Majesty Otumfuo Osei II Asante, other philanthropies and organizations, the center is already beginning to make the expected positive intervention in the delivery of maternal and neonatal care at the hospital, with an almost consistent drop in monthly neonatal mortality rates. Interim statistics compared for a 4-month period, April to July, show comparable figures of 1,834 and 1,854 neonatal admissions for 2018 and 2017 respectively. Mortality among these figures were 294, that is 15.9% in 2017, and 208, that is 11.3% in 2018, a very significant drop. Preterm admissions were 494 in 2017 and 516 in 2018 over the period. And these recorded mortality figures of 140, 29.1%, and 63, 12.3% in 2017 and 2018 respectively.
Well, still on health-related stories, this time we go to the Upper East region, and the National Health Insurance Authority says it has only been able to meet some 65% of its mid-year registration target in the region for this year. Speaking to JoyNews at the mid-year performance review meeting at Bolgatanga, the Upper East Regional Director of the National Health Insurance Authority said this was mainly due to system failures and the lack of materials needed for the printing of registration cards. Here's a report by our correspondent Albert Sorry.
District scheme managers of the National Health Insurance Authority in the Upper East region made various presentations at the 2018 mid-year performance review meeting held at Bolgatanga. The presentation showed how the scheme has performed in the various districts and municipalities of the region for the first half of this year. Speaking to JoyNews, Upper East Regional Director of the NHIA, Sebastian Alakpolinsa, revealed that though the mid-year performance of the scheme in the Pusiga district with regard to registration of clients was impressive, the overall performance of the entire region did not look good enough.
If you look at it superficially, it doesn't sound good. But if you look at Pusiga presentation, it's very good. Because as at the mid-year, they seem to be performing better than 2017. And even if you look at their premium mobilization, it's also more than 2017. Though there's a general cry that people come, they can't reach, because mid-year we have made only 65% of our target cumulatively as a region. There are a variety of issues. System can be down. We can have the ribbon, that's the monocle, for only renewals. And then we may not have the ribbon largely. We don't have the ribbon for new registration. That's a polycule. So when they come and they are not already in the system, it means they have to go back. So that
Mr. Alakpolinsa was, however, hopeful that the situation will improve.
We now go to the Volta region next, and violence and abuse of children, including sexual abuse, remains high, with over 90% of children reporting having experienced physical violence both at home and in school. The situation, according to UNICEF, is a national worry, as many Ghanaian children on a daily basis are subjected to all forms of abuse. JoyNews charity Emihil Batils traveled with UNICEF and its development partners to Karachi East in the Volta region to assess the impact of government's Ghanaian Against Child Abuse initiative, and our reports.
A 16-year-old Gifty is one of the countless girls who were forced into early marriages in sub-Saharan African countries. She was 14 years old when she was married off. According to the 2008 Demographic Health Survey, 25% of women aged 20 to 24 were married or were in union before age 18. This child health experts say has reached an alarming stage. This situation is no different in Karachi East of the Volta region. In the 2014 Ghana Living Standards Survey, over 70% of girls were forced into child marriage before age 15.
And I'm sister, Papa near ain't no me free school, me come out.
My father had no wife at the time, so he gave me out for marriage. I'm an orphan, but if I had the chance, I would go back to school. I want to become a seamstress.
Child labor, child trafficking and forced marriages are unending challenges which government and civil society have been trying to resolve over the years in places like Karachi East. The Community Development Unit of the Local Government Ministry in the Volta region says the increase in child marriage and its attendant challenges are not only affecting the education of the girls, but also an economic toll on the region. Joseph Atango is head of the Community Development Unit in Karachi East.
It is affecting our community negatively. As you know, if you educate the woman, you educate the entire nation. And so you realize that the poverty level here continues to rise as compared to other regions. And so this is the more reason. You see, if the lady is able to even reach SS level, maybe that girl can get something to do. But even not completing class 6, some of them not completing class 6, JSS, they will not even complete. So how will it get any economic things to do?
Metropolitan Chief Executive of Karachi East, Patrick Chati Jalima, believes the initiative to end all forms of child abuse by government, UNICEF and its development partners, KOICA, is gradually aiding in the reduction of early marriage and child labor in the region.
Child trafficking, early child marriage, child labor, and let me say forced marriage in Karachi East for years past. It was very rampant, but with the intervention of the Assembly, UNICEF, World Vision, with their intervention, this has completely reduced.
The 2014 Ghana Living Standards Survey's Child Labours report indicates that over 20% of children aged 5 to 17 were engaged in various forms of child labour, with over 90% of children in the age group of 8 to 11 suffering various forms of injuries and other health-related issues. KOICA Country Director Yokiom Kim reiterated his organization's commitment to support Ghana in dealing with the menace.
The reason why we are supporting the KAKA campaign is that because the very important thing for the girls to get the better opportunities for their futures is to so one of the obstacles for the girls to achieve their bright future is the child abuse. So by supporting these campaigns, we would like to promote the public awareness in the communities.
Stakeholders are of the view despite a drop in rape cases from 337 in 2014 to 316 in 2015, much remains to be done to ensure that the sheet is very clean. Charity Emihil Batel's report for JoyNews, Karachi East, Volta region.
There is always another way.
And that's it for news. We have more news as we review the newspapers. We'll be bringing to you the latest newspaper headlines. We'll bring you some back page stories as well. And, well, we'll be coming up shortly. Stay with us.